Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. We are live Wednesday morning. Another day, another live stream. It's good to be with you all. I'm glad that you're here this morning. If you're here for the first time, consider liking, subscribing, hanging out. We're going to be talking about all ICT concepts, fair value gaps, order blocks, order flow. We're going to be talking about a couple different models and strategies as the questions come in through the chat. So stick around, hit the like button, subscribe. It's going to be a good time. If you're looking to take your trading to the next level, you can do so by using the code DTJ. That's going to get you anywhere from 30 to 80% off your next evaluation account. There are a couple major sales with 4th of July right around the corner. TPT is doing a 40% off. Apex is doing, I believe, still an 80% off. And Tradify is doing a 50% off sale on their evaluations accounts. So all of them are good. They're good for different people, for different scenarios. Apex, by far the best and cheapest options for specifically evaluations. If you're not confident that you can pass an evaluation, well, use Apex. If you think you can pass an evaluation and you don't want to, and you're really price conscious, Take Profit Trader is the best. It's the lowest cost right now. It's a little over $100 for your evaluation account, and there is no activation fee. So $100 all in. Once you pass that evaluation, you don't pay anything else. You get a live account, and they pay out the same day when you're above your buffer. So Take Profit Trader is the most price conscious option. Tradify is if you want to go straight to funded and you want to skip all that process and you want to have a live account right away, they're doing a 50% off sale. So with that, guys, let's go ahead, open in prayer, and then I will take a drink out of my best dad ever coffee cup, and then we will get started. So Father, we honor you this morning. Lord, I just pray that you would give us wisdom to read the markets. Father, give us patience, give us understanding. And Lord, I just pray for everyone here, Lord, that they would see increase. Lord, I thank you that you are an abundant Father, that you work all things towards the good for those who love you. And I pray that you would bless everyone on this stream today, that they would see increase. They would feel the tenderness of your heart towards them. Even through the sound of my voice, may they know your love for them. In Jesus' mighty name, and everyone said, amen. Amen, amen. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully you're all having a blessed morning. My audio seems a little loud. Okay, how does that sound? Hopefully that's a little bit better. I think it was a little loud. So good morning, Jaeyoung, Jason, Wilhelm, Octavian, Jason, Ken, Matthew, Tony, John, Brett, Vincent, or Ella. Is it Vincent or Ella? Which one is it? Who's here? Elon, good morning. Matthew. Don't forget the small head. I got you. I might need you to do that every day. So I make my own coffee, or I make my own espressos and lattes. I got one of those. Now when I go to like Starbucks, there's a local shop called Scooters. They all taste like crap. They're nasty. They're watery. They're not very good. It's like, can't you make something decent? But that's what you get for when you got your own machine and you can perfect it. All right, so the market dropped off this morning. I did end up taking some personal account trades as we ran towards the previous day low. I was using that as a target. I got in on this retracement and sold. I got in on this retracement and sold there. And then I did take a small evaluation trade. I was done at that point. I took an evaluation trade when I saw this tag right here. When we wicked and touched the previous day low and we were back inside this fair value gap, I took a long. I took a long just to this high right here. So took that long right there, and that gave me, I don't know what it was, about 15 handles is about what I got on that. So I took a couple trades in the pre-market. The market was just too smooth. When you see a market like this, I mean, this is beautiful, guys. I mean, you might not be able to recognize it right now, but look at this. So there, look at the groupings of the candles. Solid black, solid green, black with a little consolidation right there. Green, slight consolidation. Green, black, a little I mean, it's very smooth. It's not back and forth. This, I love it. Okay? Look at this compared to this. Black, green, black, black, green, black, black, green, green, black, 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 green, black, green, 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 black. You get the picture? Solid black, solid green, green with one black. I mean, it's nice and smooth. This is like ideal trading conditions. So when you can identify a clean target and you can identify order blocks, you can see price run smoothly and efficiently to those levels. Even look at that black candle. You might think, well, that's not smooth. Well, that's there for a reason. That's there for a reason. Look at this. Look at the low and look what it goes up to. Okay? It was there to create an order block with these green closed candles. Order block, displacement, retracement into that order block. Consolidation, displacement, retracement into that order block, displacement, retracement, and not towards this one, but it went to the first one or the last one. Displacement, retracement, displacement, retracement to the order block, and because we hit a key level, that's when we started changing directions. This is why key levels are so important. Okay? Key levels are everything. They're not everything, but they're everything. Okay? So, from a higher time frame, we got 4 minutes here. Let me get a couple. I need to get this set so I can take the 930 model potentially. All right, so from the daily perspective, we've displaced and closed below this candle here. So from a daily perspective, as long as we stay below the midpoint, that's as high as I want to see it go. I don't want it to go above the weekly opening price or the previous day equilibrium. They're overlapping with each other. So I want to see, as long as that happens, we should see lower prices. Now to further confirm that, if you drop to the 4-hour time frame, it's even prettier. And this is some beautiful price action. So this is some beautiful. Let me clean it up here. Now we'll keep those. All right. So look at this order block. We talked about this order block yesterday, right? This order block here, as soon as it was confirmed, I looked for that short. Well, now look at the low of that order block and look what we ran into. This 4-hour retracement candle or bullish candle went into that 4-hour order block and tagged it. and then we rolled over. Okay? So this is just giving me confirmation that we should see, or I should be looking for lower prices. Now, I say that with a grain of salt because we're at all-time highs. It's giving us some structure. How low does it want to go? I don't know, but the structure is supporting lower prices, okay? Here's an hourly order block tagged. Next thing I would probably look for is an hourly order block tag right here, which also would be a breaker. So we'll mark that as a breaker / 1 hour OB. Drop down to the 15-minute. You'll see that we have a order block here. We have some low resistance liquidity, so we could go past this. And we could go back up here. I really don't want it to go that high. But it's allowable. There's that 4-hour order block sitting up here. We could go all the way up to this mitigation block in the weekly opening price and still see lower prices. Okay? But we did already sweep the low, so we are going to get some type of retracement. I'm just watching this level. I'll also keep track of this 15-minute inversion fair value gap right here. Okay. We got how many seconds? 10 seconds. And I'm not going to be able to take that trade because I'm not ready to go. I think we got a premium opening range gap. Let's see what we got here. All right, so that would have played out for the 930 model. I just wasn't ready to do it. IFEG. So we're watching the breaker and hourly order block. Also, if it wants to wick up into this 15-minute, I think that's allowable. To see what price wants to do. How's the music? Is it too loud? All right, so let's go ahead and mark our London highs and London lows. We have London high right here. No, that's not London high. We might need to go down to the 5-minute here for more structure. London high is sitting right there. It's at 2 o'clock, I think, is what I got it at. We've swept London low. So no London low. London high sitting at that 4-hour order block and these swing highs up here. Because we ran into the previous day fair value gap, or that fair value gap and previous day low. Where did it go? Did I delete it? I think I accidentally deleted it, guys. So I'm going to put it back on there. Because we swept previous day low, I like a little bit of a retracement. Still watching this 15-minute, and if it really wants to reach up here, I guess we'll watch for that. There's no music. All right, there's our pump. Let's drop down to the 1-minute. Let's see if we have any fair value gaps coming up. See if we can get a excuse me, a 932 fair value gap entry. 930 is opening prices right there. Let's see if it gives it to us right here. I'm just marking it in case it wants to give it to us. So that will be our first presented fair value gap. We have some higher prices. If we come down and drop into here and we don't close it, I will take a long. All right, looks like we just about closed it. There is still a fair value gap there, so it is still a valid. Based on my back testing, it is still valid. But we have to wait for this candle to close. We got 30 seconds, so let's go ahead and find our opening range gap. 2 a.m., 10, 7, 4, 15. All right, so no trade with that. It is our first presented fair value gap, so we'll keep it. Did we have datas? 8:30. There was no data candle. I don't see a data candle. Was 8:15 a data candle? What was at 8:15? Well, keep in mind this black line is a breaker. That's interesting. ES ran the previous day high. ES ran previous day high. NQ has ran previous day low. That's just insane. We have almost no correlation. Did we run that? Or we tagged it? That's Monday, yeah. That's Tuesday, 10 p.m. Yeah, we didn't. NQ hasn't ran it. ES ran it. That's interesting. So we have not a lot of, we don't have correlation right now. All right. So because we're seeing a push, we need to do an analysis on if we are going to see higher prices. All right, so for the 30-minute, we do not have any sweep of liquidity, nor do we have a sweep on the hourly. Okay, if we add the 4-hour time frame here, if we add the 4-hour time frame, that's going to be closing in the next 20 minutes. We'll have to see where it closes and see if it gives us, if it closes inside of this down close candle, that's a bullish signature in price on the 4-hour time frame. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. Shane, good morning. Did anybody end up taking the 930 trade? It played out again. I think this is like the third day in a row. And I do need to make a correction. Ted mentioned on the 3 p.m. reversal, I said that it's not about regular trading hours, and I was incorrect. Even in my own analysis, when I did the backtesting, I did it based on regular trading hours. You can do it either way, but what I backtested and what I researched was based on regular trading hours. So I apologize. Lewis 930 model is a model I teach inside of the Discord, inside the Purpose Driven Trader Academy. Right now, that's the only one I don't teach inside or outside of the Purpose Driven Trader Academy. I'm probably going to include a couple more. I've shared a little bit about the 930 or the 931, 932 entries. But all of the backtesting, all the research and data is only in the Discord. So that will probably be another one. I'm not going to divulge all of the details, but keep it for those that have said, yes, I want to be a part of the community. Name unknown. Yes, you got a little piece of that. Way to go. Vincent, Vincent or Ella? Is it Vincent or is it Ella? Which one is it? Either way, I'm glad you're here. Matt, isn't that crazy? 2 seconds. It's one of the best things about that trade. About the 930 model. It's like one of the fastest trades you'll ever take. All right, so I said we needed to look at bullish signatures and price. So since we've ran the previous day, on the 15-minute time frame, we have these 2 down close candles. For us to confirm that this is a low, we need this 15-minute to close above. The higher time frame, the more confident we become that this low is set. You can do it on the 5-minute, you can do it on the 1-minute, but it's not as reliable. So we're looking here on the 15-minute. I like the idea of it closing above that to give us confidence for potential move higher, running this low resistance liquidity, and maybe running for London high. So I'm looking at both sides of the market, trying to figure out what does the market want to do. It's reached that 15-minute inversion fair value gap that we marked out. We have a breaker. So if we are going to see lower prices, this is probably the level I want to see hold the most. I think to make me confident on an aggressive drop, I would want to see this. Now, the only thing that is going to keep me from having full confidence is we've ran previous day low. So to have supreme confidence, you would really want to have run below the previous day low, find resistance trying to go back up against it, and then a continuation lower. That is what the conservative position would be, expecting price to not go back up into the range. Okay? We do have some areas of interest up here though, so we'll see what happens. Can you explain resistant, low resistance liquidity? Yeah. Low resistance liquidity is lots of swing highs with very few or very minimal fair value gaps. And all of this, how many fair value gaps do you see? Yes, it's the 15-minute time frame, but even if we drop down to the 5-minute, you're not going to see a ton. And you're going to see a lot of back and forth price action. So the answer to your question is high resistance liquidity periods create low resistant opportunity and low resistant runs. So the low resistant liquidity was created during high resistant markets, and a low resistance run will take and blow through that area right here. So it's two things. Low resistance liquidity is created in high resistant times that leave lots of swing highs that give you quick and fast runs. So look at right here. This is an example. Look at all this price action back and forth. High resistance, swing high, 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 swing high. All of that ran in like 10 minutes. We look for these by looking left for high resistant structure. That's what that means. Does that give you clarity on that, Nicola? You look at ES and see how we've kind of just done this thing like this, and we are on the verge of being aggressive to the downside. That's what I like. We have low resistance liquidity over here. So, and we've ran into a breaker on ES as well. So I like the idea of lower prices. We've swept previous day high and we haven't ran previous day low on ES. But NQ has higher resistant or has low resistance opportunities to grab previous or the London high over here. So I'm seeing a lack of correlation between the indices that brings a little concern. I like that we just swept here. Okay, we just swept buy side right here. Buy side liquidity has been ran. Let's look at the 15-minute again. So the 15-minute closed inside of this, and now we have a whole 15-minute candle that it aggressively ran this way. So the question is this power of three? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So meaning this is going to turn into the wick after it swept this liquidity? That's what I'm wondering. Or are we going to close nice and strong? Based on previous candles and the structure and hitting previous day low, I would assume we're probably going to close strong. And we're at all-time highs, so we might as well just get on board and go long because that's probably what's going to happen. That's a big candle right there. This is probably going to stay open. If you want to take a trade and you think you're bullish, your opportunity is if we wick down into that. If we get a single type wick into here, that might be an opportunity to take a long. Because this is a new 15-minute candle. And I think we might be running for this area up here. So if it gives us that opportunity and you're bullish, you can use this order block as a potential entry point. I don't know if it's going to get all the way down there, but I think we're probably going to run higher. Do we got news? Karina, thank you. Yeah, if it can get into this fair value gap, I would be tempted to take a long. I just like the structure of it.
Order submitted.
I'm going to take a small position, not a full-size position here. I'm going to see if we can play, if we're going to get this continuation to the upside. Based on it being all-time highs and we just wanting to run higher and higher again. And not trying to fight and play towards the downside. All right, so previous 754.
Order submitted.
That would be approximately where I'd put my target. It can probably go a little lower. I think it might be better to put it at 746. We have a mitigation block and liquidity sitting right here. So that is 746. I'm fine with that. That's still a 30-point move. Why don't we do individuals? Why don't we go here?
Order submitted. Order canceled. Order submitted.
And we leave a runner.
Order submitted.
All right, stop loss is going to be a close below that fair value gap.
Order submitted.
These are the type of trades you only find out if we're not trending by it failing. And the only way you get the opportunity is by taking a stab at it. And so I've reduced my size a little bit and I'm willing to take a chance. I see a potential draw on liquidity higher. We have London highs up here. I'm not even trying to get London highs. I might leave a runner for London highs. But based on that 15-minute candle being so aggressive, I'm willing to take a stab at it. Here's where I'd want to see it expand. And especially if we sweep the high, I want to see the body close above that consolidation. We created relatively equal highs right there. Yes, I am, Walter. I don't like that close, especially that we kind of wicked the high right there. We swept the high. And it's an SMT. Don't like that. I'm looking at this 4-hour candle right here. I really want to see it close where it's at, like this. That'd be a nice indicator for potential move higher. I'm not liking these closes here, though. Our last hope is this order block being tagged and price finding support on the inside the fair value gap here. I don't see charts based on VWAPs. That's just me. All right, so we swept that low inside that fair value gap. I immediately want to see this push higher. That would be the signatures and price that I'm looking for. Treating those two down close candles as manipulation. When I say SMT, I'm talking about ES, ES, which is a correlating asset, sweeping, not sweeping, or running higher. So this candle went not as high as this candle. Well, if you look on ES, it went higher. That's what I'm referring to. All right, 3 seconds, and we'll see how we close right here. All right, so there's the new 4-hour candle. And we're probably going to drop right here. Let's see if this order block holds and we get a quick pump higher. That was the first tag of the order block on that 10 a.m. candle. I like that signature and price. And it swept those lows right here. Now let's see it just, I would love to see it run these relatively equal highs and hold. Really want to see it close above that last down close candle. Okay, we have a close. We also closed above the swing highs that were sitting over here on this candle right here. And then you can see this candle immediately tagged it. I like that so far, supporting the idea of a quick push higher. I don't know what's going to happen once we sweep this, but I would like to see it really expand. Good morning, Vintage Trader. This will be probably the most telling candle for me. If we can't expand from this new candle and can't expand higher, I'm probably going to close or reduce my position size. Because this is a new hour, and that means I think we might have a sweep of liquidity also. No, we don't. Not quite. If we sweep those highs right there and can't hold that, then I'm probably going to be get out. I don't want it to turn into a sweep. Basically, here's 9 a.m., 10 a.m. candle sweeps and runs the other direction. All right, so there's the sweep. I'm intently watching to see how we're handling this. See how we just swept that right there? That's what I'm looking for. Can we close above all of this, or do we stay inside this range? That's what I'm watching to see if I need if I can continue holding this or not. I'm going to take one contract off. I'm down to 2 contracts.
Order canceled. Order canceled. Order submitted.
All right, at 2 contracts. Going to move my stop to break even now. We still have some room for ES to move higher. First target is sitting at 744.75, which is this low right here of this mitigation block right here, high, low. That's what I'm putting my target at. Lower high, displacement lower. I want to take a position off there. I want to see that hold right there. This is a free trade now. If I get stopped out at break even, I'll walk away with a very small amount of money, but at least there's all my risk is off the table. So I can rest assured and I can really challenge myself to see if I can get the bigger move, right? That's what we can do at this point. So try not to pull it off because you want to take the money off. Try to let this play out. Maybe take another contract off and only have a runner left and really try to let that run. We have potential. We don't know how high it wants to go. And so that's kind of what we want to find out is how high would this want to go? You could. If you're going to take one, I would take it from the 15 minute. One standard deviation. It's just the cleanest. Right above London high. So I like that. That looks great. You can even do just the bodies and see where the bodies come out to be. The bodies come out just beneath London high. Let's get this expansion right here. Come on. I personally like using the full body because of where it's landing. Oh, come on. Tag me. Give it to me. There it is. All right, so I have one contract left. I'm going to move this to London high, which is at 779. That's London high right there. We'll see if we can get that.
Order canceled.
We got one contract left.
Order submitted.
I'm going to move my stop into profit at the low of that candle there. All right, so I'm in profit. My stop loss is at 22,728. I want these to act as an order block, and I want the continued order flow to be bullish order flow, and I don't want to change in state of delivery, even on the 1 minute time frame. I just want it to tick higher and higher and higher. Hit this order block, move higher. Hit the order block, move higher. So I'm going to preserve some of my profits by moving my stop to right there. And see if we can get a bigger move. Guys, we're at 38 likes. Do me a solid, hit the like button. Let's get up to 100. I mean, this is awesome. This is awesome content. We're giving you step-by-step analysis on how to manage a trade. This is the stuff being a part of other Discords, I wish I had. All right, I don't like that close. That's why I moved it. It could still pump higher. We're just preserving the profit we've made so far, not keeping it too tight, putting it at the last swing low, making sure that we give it a little bit of room, and if it's going to violate it, then it's violating that order block. And we might be more in consolidation than expansion. But either way, we'll be stopped out in profit. It'll be great. So we got this 15-minute fair value gap right here that we're going to watch. This is where I think we could find some resistance. Right in there. How do you identify an order block? The easy answer, and there's much more to be said about it. Okay, so this quick expansion is great, but it could be met with an immediate retracement, so we're keeping an eye on it. I'm fine moving my target net to this next swing low. Okay. The easy answer is it's the last down closed or series of down closed candles or bullish or up closed candles followed by an immediate explosive move the other direction. So that would be your order block. These two down closed candles creates an order block. They're great when you have bullish or bearish order flow and we're trending. You'll see price respect those levels a lot. So this is two down closed candles right here. Oh, you can't see that on my chart. These down closed candles right here. I have that level right there. See how it tagged it and then it moved higher? Now I want to see it continue. All right, so we've pushed through this 15-minute fair value gap and tagged the top end of that. I want to know if we close above this or do we just are filling it in and going to close inside it? If we fill it in, that's a great sign. But I totally could see a retracement before we hit London high. We're just about at 50 handles, folks. 50 handle trade right here. Our entry was right there. So it'll be a 63 handle move if it hits target. All right, it did not, and doesn't look like it's going to close above it. Oh, we got one more minute. I am a scalper, John. I don't know what you're talking about. I love the feeling of getting in, getting out, and having money in my pocket. I mean, that's the best feeling ever. These are extremely challenging for me to do. All right, so we closed inside that 15-minute fair value gap. I'm prepared for a retracement. If we inverse this fair value gap, I will close my position. But I don't want it to inverse that fair value gap. I want it to continue to push. Guys, we're at 67 likes. Let's hit 100. This has been, I mean, we've been in a trade since 9:45. Right here, 9:48. We've been in a trade. Okay? This is premium content. Do me a solid, hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, on a mini contract, 60 ticks is $300, John. Hey. The dislike button actually promotes the channel as well. Actually, it might act, if there's so many dislikes, I wonder if that would push it even higher on it. People going, why is there so many dislikes on this? I need to watch it and find out. All right, moving my stop up to that swing low. So we are locking in for 35 handles. We're locking in 35 handles. Yes, it's a little tight. But that's what we're going to do. Plumix, what's that? I'm at 3,250 on my Apex account. Yeah, send a message in Discord. I'll take a look at it in a bit. All right, we're probably going to get tapped here. If you don't want to get tapped out, put it below the fair value gap. If you don't want to get tapped out, you should put your stop below this fair value gap. As my original position was. Is if we inverse this, okay, you have a better opportunity of not getting tapped out compared to where I'm at right now. The easiest answer, Plumix, is just request something, and if you get denied, that's okay. Be conservative. Take small trades. $50, $100 wins, and then wait for the next opportunity 8 days from there and make another request. And you should be just fine. That's the best answer. Because, I mean, I don't know all the back ends or know every detail of your trading. So Apex will confirm it or not. And then you just do it again. Struggling a little bit here. ES has not hit its swing high yet, so I feel good about it, but we might get a rogue candle that taps me out. Not that I'm aware of. All set. That's correct, Brett. It makes it easy to keep your size small, but still get cash like you were trading high contracts. So it's a psychological thing. Because I'm trading small size, I feel more relaxed because I see the number at 100. I see one micro contract, but this is going to be multiplied on 5 different counts right now. Yeah, you should be good, Plumix. That should be fine. I don't see any issues with what you're doing. Congrats, man. I'm excited for you. Let's get that payout. And then after you get the payout, you got to write me a review on the Discord. I would appreciate it. Because, John, I'm strictly price action. I don't use indicators like that. All right, probably gonna get tapped out here unless I move my stop to below that fair value gap. I'm not going to though. I'm gonna leave it. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Come on, go, go, go! There's 50 handles. There's just under 50 handles right there. Come on, close. Close above it. Come on. Take profit trader, Jackie. No, Brett, are you inside the Discord, Brett? I can't remember if you joined or not. I don't like those wicks right there and the close. I need to see that candle close above all of that. We're so close. Come on. ES still hasn't hit its high yet. That's great. All right, it's right at its high right now. I think I don't have a video on there, but I was going to say I can do a quick video and drop it in the Discord. That's what I was going to say. That's why I asked. But it's probably not YouTube level video. Does that make sense? Well, for those that are thinking about joining the Purpose Driven Trader Academy, I currently have a sale going on right now. The sale is the 4th. Use the code the 4th. And that will give you, I think it's 25% off. Oh, come on. May the 4th be with you, my friend. All right, Liam. I will say that's kind of counterintuitive. Whoa!
Order canceled.
That feels good. Yeah, you can do email or you can do it on XM. Either way, you can connect with me there if you have questions. All right, folks, we got it. We hit it. My email is dtjacademy@gmail.com. What a hit right there, folks. So all of that was beautiful price action. All beginning based on that 15-minute fair value gap that exploded higher, or the 1-minute fair value gap from the 15-minute candle. And we got in, expected this to hold, and we launched that way. Great trade. Great trade. We walked through all of the details on that, but if you want to know how we got to that point using structure, and you want to learn all of that, including market maker buy models, which that's what that is, you can learn all of that in the Discord in the Purpose Driven Trader Academy in the course material. We're doing that sale. The 4th is the promo code if you're interested in joining. Great trade. Look at that. Look at the 1 standard deviation. Take a note. Take a view of that one. Here's my 1 standard deviation. Can you guys see that level right there? You see that level? That level is 22,789.5. Our second purge higher before it's continued, that wick stopped at 22,790. 3 ticks higher than our take profit, or than our 1 standard deviation. If it rolls over right here, that's going to be freaking sweet. Honestly, I don't expect it to roll over. Here's why. Take a look at ES. See this right here? When you got consolidation right here, followed by the manipulation. Sorry, let me move this over. When you got consolidation right here, followed by manipulation, you then get expansion, right? If this is the expansion, I should expect this to find support and move higher like that. We'll see if it's going to do that. Wow, it's pouring out right now. I took my kids for a run this morning. So I get up around 5 o'clock, and then I wake my kids up around 6, and then we go running. And it was raining outside. Yes, we ran in the rain. Now they're all on the couch sleeping. They're all on the couches sleeping right now. Every morning I go, hey boys, do you see anybody else out here? Do you see any other parents having their kids run with them? No. Why? And then they go, because they're letting them sleep. They're letting them sleep in because it's summertime. I'm like, no. I'm teaching you guys hard work, how to tell your body what to do, how to push yourself to achieve a goal. If you can be disciplined to get up in the morning to run, you can be disciplined at whatever you want to set your hands to. You name it. You want to excel at something, put the time in, study longer, work harder, invest more. It doesn't matter. You tell your body, you tell yourself what you're going to do, and you follow through with it. They said they wanted to work out, they wanted to be good at sports. So, this is what we're doing. The thing is, though, if I made them do it without me, it wouldn't stick. I have to do it. So, after we got done running and they went and laid down, I ran some more in the rain. I ran another 3 miles. Just simply to make sure that they knew that I was willing to put in the work even more than they were. Because they're going to remember that. Same goes for trading, folks. It's the same thing. Are you willing to backtest? Are you willing to study the breaker or inversion model over and over and over? Are you willing to look at it 1,000 different ways at different times and seeing what works and what doesn't? So many people love the inversion model that Dodgy teaches, yet most of them don't make money. Why? Because it's not about the inversion, it's about reading market structure and knowing order flow. And so if you can identify that and pair that with the inversion model, you're going to see profit. If you know that the inversion model doesn't work well in high resistance liquidity, you're not going to know that unless you've backtested, unless you've seen the trade set up hundreds and hundreds of times. I can tell you right now, don't take the inversion model in high resistant conditions because it's going to fail and it's going to slap you in the face. You take it in low resistant conditions, it's going to be a beautiful trade. But you got to be able to know that. You got to take the time. You got to be committed to the process. That's what this is about, folks. Take the time, be committed. Yes, let's do the daily affirmation, Shane. I have that up. Let me pop that up here. Our daily affirmation for today. Daily affirmation for 7/2/25. I slow down to see his goodness. I taste and trust that he is good, even in uncertainty. Today I trade with peace, anchored in his faithfulness, based on Psalms 34:8. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. Yes and amen. There's going to be another one. I'm excited about the next one that I'm going to do. I'm excited. I forgot about this story. The story of Elijah. The story of Elijah and the dead bones. And the angel of the Lord says, Elijah, can these dry bones live? And then he tells him to speak to the bones. It wasn't the Lord that spoke. He told him to speak. Guys, there's so much power in your words. There's so much power in your words. How are you using your words? How are you using your words? Are they producing life? Do you find yourself talking down to yourself, talking bad about yourself, getting irritated with yourself, or using your words to speak life into your situation? I'm not telling you to fake it till you make it. That's not what I'm saying. But your words will produce either life or death, one or the other. You pick it. And you're going to choose, you're choosing every day which one you're participating in. Yeah, we just had about 30, 40 people leave. They're like, yep, this guy's done trading. Let's get out of here. I'm telling you, this is the stuff right here that's going to help you become profitable, see sustained profitability, because it's in your mindset. Which verse, Chris? There's so many I just mentioned. I'm telling you, your trading success is going to be found in your ability to speak life into the situation. Yes, you have a responsibility. No, I'm not discounting the role you play in setting rules, quitting when you're supposed to. But if you don't believe it's possible, if you don't believe that all things are possible for those who believe, if you are talking negatively about yourself, you're going to find yourself giving up before you see the breakthrough. BC, I love both. Dry bones. I don't have it on me right now, but it's the story of Elijah. If you literally type in dry bones Elijah into Google, it will pull it up. All right, ES just hit previous day high. ES just hit previous day high. NQ did not. It is at an inversion fair value gap. We got equal highs and up here. I don't see it moving much past where it's at right now. Look at that trade. Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? I mean, how many people thought, I'm not talking about in the Discord, but how many people do you think seeing it hit this level and like, oh, I'm going short now? We're at all-time high, guys. If I think if it looks aggressive, I'm gonna get in. I'm actually very grateful for the way I've been trading lately. I'm very grateful. So let's have a little psychology lesson here on breaking through the ceiling. Okay? Let's have a little psychology conversation on breaking through the ceiling, okay? The ceiling of your trading, the ceiling of how well you have been doing. Let's say you've gotten this close to passing an eval. Let's say you've gotten this close to getting a payout. Let's say you're this close to getting above $1,000 on a personal account. You name it. You're reaching the points of something you've never tasted before, okay? You've seen moments where you're getting so close, but then you regress. You make progress, you're getting to the point where you've never been before, and you regress. Those can be very frustrating moments. They can be very disappointing when you seem like you're not making that progress that you want to. You're able to get back to where you were, but then you blow the account. You go on tilt. Okay? One of the things that I've been doing as I progress in my trading journey is being abundantly aware where my ceiling is. And when I'm coming close to that level, I reject the thoughts that are screaming in my ear that are telling me that I'm going to fail, that I'm going to go on tilt, that I'm going to blow the account because I've done it so many times before. You must renounce those thoughts and be extremely diligent about following your rules. So it's hand in hand. You got to address the psychology of the way you're thinking when you're reaching those points in your trading journey where you haven't gone past before, number one. And number two, you need to be even more diligent about following your rules during those points, because you know that this has been a weak point in your trading. You know you got to break through it. And the only way to break through it is to be even more diligent, even more conservative in the type of trades that you're taking, the size that you're taking, and addressing the mindset so you can break through that ceiling. Because when you break through that ceiling, guess what? You're going to see it's going to be easier. You're going to make more progress. And then guess what? You're going to hit another ceiling and you need to do the same thing again. There's no time off on your trading journey. There's not a time where you can sit back and coast. Maybe when you're able to trade 10 mini contracts and now you like, you know what, let's just trade 2 or 3. Okay, maybe you can coast at that point. But I would say and guess that most of you aren't on at that point, and you're trying to build your endurance, build your stamina, build your contract size, build your consistency. So there's no time off. There's no time off when you have this goal in front of you that you want to achieve. And when you're getting to the points where you're progressing beyond what you've seen, you have to do those two things. You have to address your mindset, because your mind is going to be screaming at you. Your mind is going to remind you of all the times that you've blown it, failed, regressed, messed up, failed. It's inevitable. The enemy is here to seek to kill and destroy. That's the goal. So your mind is going to go crazy. Address those, because you have authority over your mind. You have authority over your thoughts. You're not slaves to the thoughts that are going through your head. You're not in chains by them. You have to understand you are the authority over yourself. You tell yourself what you're going to think. You tell yourself that you're not going to dwell on something. You tell yourself what you're going to focus on, because what you focus on expands. If you're going to focus on failing, guess what? There's a high probability you're going to see failure present itself in your trading. If that's what you're dwelling on, if that's what you're meditating on, if you're meditating on letting the trade play out, seeing the success in your trade, seeing the green numbers on the chart, seeing you moving your stop to break even when you're supposed to, seeing yourself not take the impulsive trade, seeing yourself not oversizing but doing the correct sizing. When you focus on those things, you're going to see that expand in your trading. Okay? Address your mindset because you're the one in charge. You're in charge of the thoughts that you allow to stay in your head. You're not going to be able to keep those thoughts out of your head at all times. Look at that candle drop right there, folks. Heck of a drop right there. You're not going to be able to prevent negative thoughts from entering your mind. No, that's just going to happen. But you have the authority to either command it to leave or to accept it and receive more of it. You determine that. You determine that. So, my question to you is, what thoughts are penetrating your mind and that you're allowing? What thoughts are you allowing to stay to sit with you? What are those thoughts? Is it, oh man, I just can never seem to get to the next stage? I can tell you, for me personally, here's a personal example the Lord convicted me on. Actually, I would honestly say I was delivered from it. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a ministry out in California that my wife follows and is a part of, and we went there and they do a lot of deliverance. And I went there and I'm thinking, I'm good. I don't really feel, I don't have any baggage from my past. I grew up in a good home. I'm like, I really don't have any major issues that I think I need to renounce or get delivered from. And then while worship's going on, as clear as day, the Lord spoke to me. It was loud and clear. And when I tell you what I'm going to tell you, you're going to be like, that's it? Are you sure? Is that even something you need to renounce or repent from? I will tell you 100%, because it infested the way I thought in everything that I was doing. It affected everything that I did. And as clear as day, the Lord said, you need to renounce and reject being in second place. I would find myself constantly thinking that I'm good, but just not good enough to be the best. And the Lord said, if you're going to do what I've asked you to do, you cannot have that mentality of second place. You can't have that mentality of, oh, I'm just about there. Oh, I'm almost, but not quite. And I had to repent. I had to renounce that way of thinking. And so when I talk now, I tell you, I might not be where I want to be, but I will be. I'm going to be the best. That's my mindset now, because I refuse to accept anything less than that, because that mindset will hold me back from what God has for me, and it will be the same for you. So, what are the thoughts that you're allowing to linger? What are the whispers in your ear that seem to come back over and over and over again, and you're not using your words and the authority you have to renounce them? Reject them. I literally said, and this is a template for any of you thinking of those thoughts that are bombarding your mind. I literally said, Father, forgive me. I renounce second place. I renounce that mindset of being second place, of almost there. I renounce it. I reject it. I don't take it anymore. I take it off of me and I get rid of it. That's what I did. That was my action. And it felt great. It felt amazing. And if you want to see sustained success, you must believe you can do it. You might not see it. You might not see it. right now. That's okay. We are believers. We're supposed to live by faith, not by sight. So I first believe it, then I will receive it. How long that time is in between from believing and receiving is what we call our journey. That journey that we're on to see this is part of the process. The Lord is refining you in that journey. So these two things must be addressed for sustained success. To break through that ceiling to the next level, address your mindset. Be so diligent on following your rules. So diligent, because when you do those two things, you will see yourself breaking through that ceiling just a little bit, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit more. And guess what? There's going to be times that you're going to make mistakes and fail. There's going to be times that you forget. So what do? You address it. Father, forgive me. I repent. And you get back on the saddle and you ride again. You move forward again. It's part of growing up. It's like a child. A child makes mistakes, then they do it right, then they make a mistake, then they do it right again. It's a growing process. It's no different for you in your personal trading journey or even in your walk with the Lord. So my encouragement to you guys is don't be complacent in your journey. Don't think that it's just going to fall in your lap one day, because it's not. You're not just one day going to go, boop, I'm profitable. Yay. No, it's not going to happen. When it happens to you, you're going to go, it makes sense. Yeah, because I did. I addressed my mindset. I followed my rules. Yeah, it makes sense while I'm seeing this progress. Yes, I'm so grateful. Yes, thank you, Lord. But for any of you thinking that it's just going to one day happen, no, it's not, if you're not doing the things that are going to lead you to that destination. So, I hope this encourages you. I hope you feel inspired to press in, to press through, to see victory, to find those words, to find those thoughts that you're allowing and reject them and get rid of them, write them out, crumple them up, burn them, throw them away. I don't care. Whatever makes you feel like you've addressed it. Address it. And then let's move on. So, God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. God bless. Okay, I'm going to turn that into a video, as you can tell. But I hope this inspires you, folks. This is legit stuff. These are the lessons that took me from losing thousands of dollars a day to sustained success. Yes, I've had periods of drawdown. I've shared that with you. You guys know my journey so far. But it's part of the journey. It's part of the process, and you'll get there. All right, folks, we're going to call that a day. Yeah, I'm not taking another trade. That was just too good of a trade. No, I have them all recorded, Johnny. It's really simple for me to put up. So thank you, though. I appreciate it. BC, to be honest, I go back and forth. I don't really have a strategy. It's okay. I want to take it on my personal account. Let's do this on my... I really don't have a clear reason why. I know, let's say my default is to do my my eval and funded accounts first, but I have a strong conviction of growing my personal account, because what happens if one day all the funded accounts are gone? What if there's restrictions that make it way too difficult? See what I'm saying? So I'm very intentional on doing it on my personal account as well. And my goal is to take 1 or 2 trades Right now, I'm averaging about 4 trades on my personal account. To me, that's a little high. I took all my trades pre-market today for my personal account, so all my personal account trades were right here. I took this trade here, and I took that trade there, and then I switched and did an eval long right here, and I took that long. I didn't take the whole thing. I sold it right around here, a little here, and a little here. But the key level was the previous day low on why I did that. And this candle right here at 851 was my aha moment. It was like, oh, okay, we might not go lower. Sometimes you'll see this purge of a liquidity. It'll retrace and they'll do a second purge before the big move higher. But when I saw this candle right there, when I saw that candle right here, and it literally ticked that previous day low and then left this big wick right here, I said, oh, we might actually move higher. And I took a long right there. No, I have, Nicolo, those are in the Discord, or they're in the Purpose Driven Trader Academy. I teach that concept in there. Somebody said they had a question. John, did you say you had a question? Yeah, drop it in. That's fine. Fostermans, God bless you, my friend. I want to see you succeed. For any of you out here that heard what we shared today and you are beginning to see success, please email me. Let me know how this is impacting you. Those testimonies not only encourage me, but they allow me to share it with others to see that this actually is bearing fruit. Because people wonder, they go, hey, I like your course, but is it going to help me? So when people see testimonies of things that I'm sharing, it's helpful. So email me. If you're in the Discord, put it in the Discord. I would greatly appreciate it. I call breakout retest launched. History and news channel, you can email me. I don't do any voice conversations at this point except in the Discord. I'll do live streams inside of our Discord from time to time. I did a back testing session where anybody was able to chat with me if they wanted. Thank you, all set. God bless you. Take a look at Platinum with your ICT stuff. PLV and V is the front mouth. I'm not even sure what the front mouth is. It's raining in Amsterdam, so time for a run. Yeah, it's still raining here too. Oh, it's actually slowed down. But I did my run already. Got in 4 miles, I think. 3.5 actually is what it was. 3.5. Look at that word again. Front month. Yeah, thank you. I was thinking mouth. What? I don't know if I can, John. I think what I'll do. The only ones that I really look at are gold, ES, and NQ. I mean, platinum. That's just been going higher and higher. I don't see any reason why it would stop. John, if we, sorry, it's behind my face here. This will probably be the only comment on it. If we close above this 4-hour fair value gap, we probably are going to run to the highs. We got 3 hours left on it. I would say the same thing on the hourly. There's the hourly fair value gap. If we can close above that 4-hour and hourly, we're probably going to hit new highs. Gold looks great for an expansion higher. That looks really good. We swept the high, closed above this hourly fair value gap, retracement. Breaker. I'd like to see higher prices in gold. Yeah, I know a few people that trade platinum. I've never touched it. All right, folks. With that, we're going to call it a day. God bless you. God bless you. Stay safe, and we will be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day before the 4th of July. I'm probably going to do maybe an hour in the morning. I'm going to be probably really light. We're not going to trade on the 4th, and then we will be back on Monday. The sale for the Purpose Driven Trader Academy, that will end on the 4th. So if you're interested, you can use the code THE4TH. THE, the number 4, TH. All right. Only place I'm sharing that is in the Discord here. So it's THE 4TH. Right there. If you're interested or have questions about it, send me a message. God bless, guys. Stay safe. We will see you all tomorrow. God bless.